once you walk that way and then face the camera. From midfield. Yeah, like first like the dot. Yeah.
Actually,
A little closer.
yeah, like 5 yards from this side.
Perfect. I'm gonna do that. Okay. He's the camera guy, so I'll do the camera. Exactly. I want to make sure you guys look good out there. That's why you're sweating out here, right? This is really warm, but it was blazing hot yesterday.
Nice right now.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. The heat ended, was it was like 100 and more. We were foolish enough to play a game on the turf yesterday, and we were like, God bless everyone got hurt.
That was the thing, like, when I did that in Dallas many years ago.
Well, here you go, man. Yeah, 2019 was my first lacrosse event.
The last one? Yeah, that was
It was lovely. The turf was four-sided.
Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Soccer welcomes you to Toyota Soccer Center for the 2015-2016 USA Soccer Development Academy U-13-14 Showcase. Today, FC Dallas takes on LA Galaxy. And now, U.S. Soccer presents FC Dallas versus LA Galaxy. The referees for tonight's game, Adam Zarin. Assistant referees for tonight's game are Christopher Chen and Nikraj Fatih. And fourth official for tonight's game is Stephanie Cercio. The starting 11 for FC Dallas: Johan Gomez, Sebastian Kennedy, Adrian Munoz, Thomas Roberts, Harper Simmons, Luis Hernandez, Luis Cruz, Nathan Toledo, Julian Hinosa, Kevin Bonilla, and Michael Colido. The starting 11 for LA Galaxy is Arnold Castillo, Ulysses Gomez, Efrain Alvarez, Cade Hagan, Luis Gonzalez, Matthew Miller, Cesar Rivera, Brian Hernandez, Togo Nakamura, Anthony Rodriguez, and Leonardo Sepulveda. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to day one of the U.S. Soccer Academy Development Showcase in Frisco, Texas. Mark Serber with you here for a good one as two of the most lauded academies in the development system in FC Dallas and the LA Galaxy are getting set to square off. Results at this U-13, U-14 level are not kept. They do not really matter. No standings kept at this age group, as it's all about the development of players. But it's worth noting that these were two of the best teams this season. FC Dallas went undefeated with just 2 draws. And both teams have international experience as well. LA Galaxy played in the Cayman U-15 Invitational Cup. So they played Cavalier SC from Jamaica, Swindon Town, Orlando City, went to the semifinals where they lost in an epic match, 3-2 in overtime against the Citizens, but then won third place with a 2-1 victory over Sounders FC. Well, this FC Dallas side, they went down to Guadalajara and played against a bunch of Liga MX academies. So these are two teams that have international experience as well as experience playing in their own division. Speaking with Chris Hayden, FC Dallas 13-14 head coach, he said to me, it is so great to play in this showcase, to play teams from outside your division, because not only do we see something different, but we get to see how we stack up with other teams across the country, and we also see new situations, and we see how can we play out of it, how can we use our abilities, and how will we come out against a team that we haven't seen before. This is an FC Dallas side that has had 14 players go pro through their academy system. The Hoops have also had 30 academies players representing the likes of the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, as well as Guatemala. And one of the things they're known for is not only allowing their players to play up, but as they get a bit older, this FC Dallas side sends their academy players on certain days to train with the pro team. So even if they're not going to break into that first team, they have an idea of what it's like to be in that environment, the kind of intensity you need to train with. So it's something that goes vertically all the way through from the first team down to these 13 and 14s. But make no mistake, it's going to be a tough game against this LA Galaxy side. I ran into some of their 15, 16s in the LAX airport today who are making their way to Dallas for the playoffs that they're in here in Frisco, Texas at their level. And I asked them about the 13, 14s. They said they're good. They're really good. So a big battle, and it's underway here. U13, 14 level, FC Dallas versus LA Galaxy at the U.S. Soccer Development Academy Showcase in Frisco, Tennis at the Toyota Soccer Center with FC Dallas' stadium towering in the background. And it's the Galaxy working the ball around the back as Sepulveda plays it off to his center back partnership. And in this heat, FC Dallas keeping their shape early on. As Sepulveda thought about going long, instead he's going to keep it. No reason to press so high when you have 80 minutes to go and above 90-degree temperature. Gomez chasing. Munoz is over as well, as now the high pressure is being applied. And smartly flicked over by Hernandez, but out of bounds. You can see already how well coached these players are. FC Dallas did impress until that defender turned toward his own goal with the ball, and that's when they went forward. Don't want to do that when they're facing that way, but once they face their own goal and put themselves under some duress, that's when you go ahead and make life harder for them. And so far, LA Galaxy comfortable in possession, but has been pinned into their own half. LA Galaxy, just like FC Dallas, lauded for having one of the best academies in the country. Produced the likes of Giassi Zardes, who's not only won so many trophies already in his young tenure with the Galaxy, but is doing tremendous stuff with the U.S. and the Copa America. Yanez coming forward for the Galaxy. Hit it off of Simmons. Falls kindly for Yames. Continuing to chisel his way down this near flank. Now cuts inside. Nice little 1-2, but the offsides flag is up. See how quickly both of these teams can break. And both the older academy teams for FC Dallas and the LA Galaxy are here supporting their younger side, something you'd love to see. FC Dallas 15-16 is the rating academy champions at that age level. So this is the second of 15 showcase games we'll have for you on the U.S. Soccer Development Academy page and the U.S. Soccer's YouTube page. These 13-14s, 92 of the 96 academies are here in Texas to play combined 138 games. And Munoz does a good job to keep it in. Leaves it off for Kennedy. Kennedy working inside. Gomez trying to curl it near post. And Anthony Rodriguez was wise to it. Galaxy keeper getting his 16th start of the season. So this is Simmons in the midfield. Munoz. Kennedy made a diagonal run inside, which opens up the space for Bonilla. Fizzed it across, but it's headed out. Toledo was able to get his head on it. Bigger part of that's Rivera. Toledo, the number 2 for FC Dallas. "40-minute halves at the 13-14 level, and with the temperature the way it is, we'll most likely see a water break at the 20th minute mark. We'll have to wait for the first natural stoppage in play, as referee Adam Zarin out of Colorado will call a free kick. Talked about Giassi Zardes and the U.S. men's national team making it to the semifinals of the Copa America for the first time since 1995, as we see the foul there. And tomorrow night, here at the Toyota Soccer Center, we're going to have a huge watch party. So we'll get back to that in a second. Nakamura buccaneering run down this near side, but it's dealt with well. And then trying to come over to save it from going out is Bonilla, but it will be a throw-in. But there'll be a huge watch party in the square around fields 9, 10, and 11. So everybody is encouraged to come out with their family and friends and watch that. Hope to get as many of the academy players out here as we cheer on the Stars and Stripes taking on Argentina tomorrow night. That should be a good one. Chance for a historic result for the U.S. This is the corner kick for the LA Galaxy in the 5th minute. Both teams have worked the ball deep in the other's end. In swinger from the near side. It's a good ball in. Skying to take it is Collodi. Collodi, in his 3rd season in the residency program, has taken part in both the U-14 national camp and U.S. Soccer future camps. But it's the Galaxy who continue on the attack. Yanez cutting inside and out. Stood up well by the defender. Munoz. This is a physical battle early on. And both teams showing their ability to pass out of the back under pressure. And, of course, the broadcaster's curse applied right there. And it's going to be a throw-in for the LA Galaxy in the 6th minute. Nakamura. Sepulveda. Far side for Hernandez. Center back with 2 goals on the season. As Sepulveda will drive forward. Both teams do such a good job of keeping their shape. Dallas in their 4-3-3. Galaxy doing the right thing. Continue to move the ball side to side. Have your players in front. Continuing to make runs. Look for those little pockets to play in between the lines. This is Nakamura. Sepulveda. Brian Kleban barking instructions at his charges. Always teaching. Always encouraging as well. Galaxy passing the ball out of the back. Gonzalez, long switch to the far side. And Hinojosa is over. And we'll send it down the field. Hernandez gets there in time to win it back for the Galaxy. Munoz brings it down. Skips past Hernandez. Roberts. Past Rivera. Couldn't get underneath his shot. Leaned back as he hit it instead of getting over it, and that's why that ball was always rising. But a good move by Thomas Roberts to create the first real chance of the game for FC Dallas. Native of Little Rock, Arkansas, he relocated just to be a member of this FC Dallas Academy. Nakamura with the throw-in. Driven forward. That one in between Miller and Yanez and goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, Colodi. Colodi from right here in Frisco, Texas. FC Dallas, older academy players in full voice. It's the Galaxy Academy players who are the loudest, though. Have to love that support. The same songs you're used to hearing at the StubHub Center, now being sung in Frisco. They're having the time of their lives, the 15-16s. Colodi being put under pressure. Clearance, one back in the midfield. Alvarez turns one, threads it through. It's Yanez! Just wide, but the offsides flag was up. Lightning counterattack from the LA Galaxy almost produces the opening goal. Alvarez, unselfish there as he threaded it through for Yanez, but he left the starting gate too soon. You could see just a step too early from Yanez. Nakamura. Efrain Alvarez chasing. Hagen. Heavy challenge, but he got all ball. It'll be FC Dallas to come the other way. Skips past Hernandez by Gonzalez. Cut back. FC Dallas with the opening goal. And it's Johan Gomez, his 19th in 24 games. A great move. And then the presence of mind to pick his head up, and instead of just fizzing across goal, the cutback right onto the foot of Johan Gomez. And the 14-year-old was never going to miss from there. It was all the run of that man, though. And for all of the Galaxy's enterprise, one true attack from FC Dallas and one goal, and they lead 1-0 in the 11th minute.
Goal scored in the 29th minute for Dallas FC by Johan Gomez.
Stop coming back. We're good. Stay high. In line with Leo. Inside. Leo, hold the line there.
Plenty of players on both this FC Dallas side and the LA Galaxy have represented the youth national teams at various levels. Since its inception in 2007, 72 different academies have been represented in the youth national teams and the professional team as well. The biggest things about not only this summer showcase and the winter showcase, which they have as well midway through the season, but every single academy game is scouted. Usually national team coaches and scouts are at these games, and in the showcases, they are 100% scouted. And you can bet that there are plenty of college coaches as well as national team coaches right here at Field 4 for this one, as it's gotten off to a blistering start in the blistering heat here in Frisco, Texas. So we're into the 13th minute. the Galaxy's done all the attacking, but it's FC Dallas in one fluid motion who have the 1-0 lead. A ball threaded through. It's Gomez again. And this time he tried to return the favor. Kennedy gets on the end of it. Pokes it through. Cruz can't pick out the far corner, but you love the idea of trying to chip the keeper. It was Cruz's slaloming run and cutback that opened things up for Gomez to tap home the game's opening goal. As this time Cruz, lovely turn, and he just couldn't wrap his foot around the ball. He got the chip right, but he didn't get the curl that he was looking for to get that through. Played down the line looking for Yanez. Bonilla did just enough to get his head on it and get it out of bounds. Throw-in quickly taken, both teams pushing the pace early on. Nakamura throws it back to Gonzalez, who quickly played it out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in for FC Dallas. Little gust of wind here. Slight reprieve for these players, as both teams have come out guns blazing. FC Dallas has been very smart, though, as when to close down and press. And you can see them doing it here. And it's won by Munoz. Has Kennedy in the channel. Has two other players arriving. And now asking for players to come closer and support. Simmons through the channel. Opens up the space for Bonilla. Nobody picks out his run. Now he's closed down, and he has it stabbed away. Out wide for Yanez. Yanez driving at the defense. It's a 2-on-2. Bonilla sprinting to try and get back. Yanez takes the inside route. Good overlapping run for Miller. Yanez went for the shot, and it was blocked by Hernandez. Now Roberts, the number 10 for FC Dallas, taking the space. Flies by Rivera, looking to send it across. Has Kennedy inside the 6, but it's blocked and taken away by Brian Hernandez. Very open game to start. Efrain Alvarez has 23 goals in just 18 games played up till today, Efrain Alvarez. And he only turned 14 on Sunday. Member of the U-15 boys national team. Brian Kleben saying that he has a great understanding of the game and all the physical tools and will just keep growing as a player. Certainly showing that this season for this high-octane Galaxy offense. Trailing 1-0 at the moment. Alvarez trying to do something about it. Yanez, good touch inside, but Munoz, great body position. Yanez wins it back, good shielding from him. And FC Dallas are able to get it clear. Gomez brings it down. You see that skill in tight spaces from Gomez. That's because he plays for the U.S. national futsal team, which can only help you in the outdoor game. Miller, lovely turn to create a little space, tried to slide it through. Wonder if he might have thought about having a shot there, but a beautiful idea from Miller. Look at that for a piece of distribution from Collodi. Cruz spins. Roberts joins the party. And a free kick is called. Thought they had advantage there, but referee blows his whistle. This is a chance for FC Dallas to push some players forward as Bonilla is sneaking up on the near side. And Roberts is going to try and find him. Nakamura stepped into the passing lane. Yanez. Efrain Alvarez. Perfectly weighted ball to the far side. Two areas with a tremendous talent pool in a climate where they can play soccer pretty much all year round. And with great facilities as well. With the Toyota Soccer Center here in Frisco, Texas. And, of course, the National Training Center in Carson. Which is where the semifinals and the finals for the U15-16s and U17-18s will be held in mid-July. And the teams that advance to that have to get through the playoffs here this week in Frisco, Texas. and we'll be bringing you some of those matches as well as the 13-14 showcase. Approaching the water break. Just a little under 3 minutes. Free kick as Alvarez is whistled. Simmons continues to keep the ball moving. Toledo into the pocket of space for Roberts, who's worked himself out wide and has it stabbed away by Castillo. FC Dallas hitting the reset button in the 18th minute. So the ball goes all the way back to Collodi. Looking long for Johan Gomez, who has the game's only goal. Able to poke it by Nakamura. Gomez has Kennedy making a run the center. Gomez electing to go at it alone. Still Gomez. Just couldn't wrap his foot around the ball. But you have to love that from your forward, running at the defense in full flight. And tight control as well. First, the deft touch to get by Nakamura. And then, as some of the best forwards do, starting out wide, cutting inside, and engineering that half yard of space for the shot. Just couldn't finish it off in the end. And now it's the Galaxy's turn to go the other way. Look at that for a piece of skill. And now they're getting into it. The referee will call both players over and tell them to calm down a little bit. Castillo and Julian Hinojosa. So we see the foul there. Hinojosa said, the ball can get by me or you can get by me, but not both. And no more, says the referee. But you have to love the fire in these players. And this is what the Development Academy is all about, building that technique at 13, 14, 15 years old to have the confidence to try a move like that and be able to pull it off. That's exactly what you want to see in these players. You can talk tactics and movement all you want, but if you don't have the skills to get on the ball once you're in the right spots, it won't matter. That's a good ball served in. Collodi came out and missed it. But so did the Galaxy attackers, and it's a goal kick. As we will call a water break here. This time the referee not waiting till the 20th minute mark. But now's as good of a time as any as we hit the 20th minute mark. And the clock will continue to run, but there will be a water break. Time will be added on to the end of these 40 minutes. And a chance for both teams to catch their breath as it was a good service in. Collodi making the decision to come out. Ball over him, but over the two players who were crashing the back stick for the Galaxy as well. First 20 minutes played at a ferocious pace. We're all going to catch our breath, both on and off the field. And we'll be back with you for the conclusion of the first half right after this. Play back underway after the water break at the midpoint of the first half. 1-0 FC Dallas, leading on a goal from Johan Gomez. Had the easiest of tasks in the end after a slaloming run and a brilliant pass from Luis Cruz. And here's Cruz on the ball, right on cue. Unable to get by Lucas Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the switch. It's too short. Nakamura gets there, though. Good tracking back from Kennedy. And a nice move from Kennedy as well. Bonilla. Ball looking for Adrian Munoz. Hernandez is there. And Hernandez wins the goal kick. Nakamura with an authoritative challenge. Slid in for Alvarez. Munoz trying to turn. This time won by Sepulveda. Giannis popping up on the flank. Oh, Miller was almost able to turn Toledo, but he was wise to it. And look at the way Munoz picks up his head. Able to find Gomez joining in the attack. Roberts to move it to the far side just a step too soon, and the offsides flag comes up. That's how quickly this FC Dallas side turns defense into attack. Good patience and a sweeping move from side to side. And look at that, Roberts' first turn in the direction that he wanted to play, but just getting on the wrong side of Rivera was that FC Dallas attacker on the far side. All about timing runs, but that will come with experience. The interplay between Nakamura, Yanez, and Alvarez when he's come over and checked in to create that triangle on this near side has been excellent for the Galaxy so far. Still trailing 1-0 in the 25th minute, but they've had some chances. The goal came at a time when the Galaxy was doing the majority of the attacking. That could have been a counterattack, but the ball played for Munoz too far for Cruz, is not even going to go after it. Sepulveda comes back to collect from his keeper. And the foul will go against Harper Simmons. Sent in over the head of Miller. Simmons to turn. And safety first from FC Dallas, just clearing their lines, and now they'll begin to push up as Cruz dictates whether or not they're going to go on that far side. And that ball back, now they're going to back off. Sepulveda. Galaxy head coach Brian Kleben pleading with his players to start thinking a little faster, move the ball a little faster. They're doing that. Miller has found a pocket of space, unable to bring it down. Kennedy. Still going, Kennedy. Kennedy walking the end line, pulls it back. Gomez, what a save. Rodriguez coming up huge, keeping Gomez from scoring his second goal of the game. And now there's an FC Dallas player down. I believe it's Gomez after he was able to get that shot off. I believe he's holding his wrist, might have fallen awkwardly on it. But Rodriguez, the reason why LA Galaxy are not down 2-0, as Kennedy got through Sepulveda and Nakamura and laid it back off. It would have been almost a carbon copy of the goal that Gomez did score in the 11th minute. Kennedy so well to pick his head up, and then, I think it's the way he put his hand down. But the good news is that Gomez is up and is all right. That was really awkward, though, the way he stuck his hand down right before he landed, which is the natural reaction, but not the way you want to fall. Roberts dispossessed. It's through for Castillo. Miller's making a delayed run. Alvarez is in there as well. Castillo tried to go at it alone, and he has it poked away from him. Rodriguez. Inside for Lucas Gonzalez. Miller. Alvarez. Quick feet from him. Kennedy, who showed his strength moments ago. Bonilla has his pocket picked. Lucas Gonzalez. So close. Almost sent the older LA Galaxy Academy players into raptures. So that would have been the second belter we've seen on field 4 today. That one not far off. Collodi was beaten. The ball beat the far post as well. Yanez wins the free kick for the LA Galaxy, taken quickly by Nakamura. From one side to the other, LA Galaxy move the ball. Now it's the FC Dallas Academy players at the older age groups who are trying to match that of their LA counterparts. Both of these teams in the 15-16 playoffs. FC Dallas, the reigning 15-16 Academy champions. Well, the LA Galaxy, the current 15-16 league champions. Two teams we could very well see in Carson in mid-July. But right now, it's all about the 13-14s. It's a 1-0 lead for FC Dallas. LA Galaxy trying to draw level. Ball played through Collodi quickly off his line. Yanez tried to touch it inside for Alvarez. Kennedy has Nakamura on the wrong side of him. That's a heavy challenge, and it's going to be a yellow card for Sepulveda. Great sportsmanship from Sepulveda, though, to pick up Kennedy. And Kennedy doing very well to keep his calm, knowing that Sepulveda was just going for that ball and had no malintent. Wasn't the best challenge, but certainly no ill intentions. Sprayed to the far side.
The referee has issued a yellow card to
Roberts, the Arkansas native. Doesn't reach Simmons, but it falls kindly for Munoz. Overlap from Hinojosa. Rivera dispossesses him. Yanez inside, didn't hit it cleanly. Past the half-hour mark in Frisco, and it's the home side with a 1-0 lead. A battle of the Titans between FC Dallas and the LA Galaxy. Oh, that's a handball, and wonder if there will be any extra action taken. Looks like it's going to be just the talking to. That ball coming through, and oh, I've seen them given for a lot less than that. Yellow cards, but Cade Hagen escaping, going into the referee's book. Final 8 minutes plus change of the first half. 1-0 FC Dallas leads in a very good open game and a back-and-forth affair here on Field 4, of the Frisco, Texas, Toyota Soccer Center here in Frisco, Texas. Simmons given time to pick out a pass. The movement's so crisp. And it's another darting run in. Cruz spins, gets to the byline. And taken off his foot right before he could pull it back. Roberts to have a go. Deflection took a sting out of the shot. Cruz gets in, and the goalkeeper came out to challenge. And the referee says it's a goal kick. It's Roberts' shot, took a deflection, and then Munoz came flying in, and he touched it past the keeper first, but I think the referee's saying that he wasn't going to get to that ball as it was already going out of bounds when the contact was made by Rodriguez. Shouts for a penalty from the stands, but really no protest from the players on the field as we play on here in Frisco. Field 4 at the Toyota Soccer Center, the showcase field. Here at the U-13-14 showcase. 138 matches over 4 days between 92 of the 96 academy teams. A great event. Every single game scouted by both college and national team and academy coaches. And the one thing I'm seeing here is that's great defending from Hinojosa is the speed of thought and the speed of play. So much quicker than it was about a decade ago from kids at this age. When you would talk to kids who would go over to Europe, whether it be for trials or just for training, the first thing they'd say is they play so much faster. Well, you're starting to see that here. These boys are playing very quickly, speed of thought, speed of play. And you see it right here in the combination as the space opens up and is quickly closed down on the defensive end. Roberts' attempt to go forward were thwarted, but it will be a throw-in for Dallas. Nakamura stepped into the passing lane, almost played it through for Alvarez. Those are great 3 or 4 passes to get out of that little pocket of pressure, but then unable to get it down the line to start the attack through Giannis. Alvarez, 23 goals in 18 games. For a player that just turned 14 on Sunday. Kennedy ran out of real estate inside the final 5 minutes of first half regulation. Reminder to stay with us at halftime as the U.S. Soccer Development Academy presents its United Against video, as the U.S. Soccer Development Academy is united against discrimination. A wonderful campaign, certainly something that will be pressed forward with. Giannis turning on the style, turning the ball across goal, and headed away. Colodi. Oh, and Munoz slipped. And Nakamura looking to take full advantage. Alvarez pulls his shot just wide. Nakamura reading the play so well. Stepping in, winning that ball off the distribution from Colodi. And then playing it into the target man. Lovely layoff for Alvarez. And I think Simmons did just enough to put him off. coming up after this game. We'll have a short break and then an 8:30 Central starting time. It's the Houston Dynamo U-13 14s taking on the New York Red Bull 13 14s. So you won't want to miss that one. Hernandez. Togo Nakamura winning the free kick for the LA Galaxy. The left back so smart is picking his times when to go forward. And he's shown that he's very dangerous, creating off the dribble. Alvarez looks over to his bench for instructions, and his instruction is to leave the ball off. Yanez is going to come inside to take this. Perhaps a chance for the LA Galaxy to draw a level before halftime. Yanez will look to drive this one. No, he plays it short. Alvarez looking to chip Collodi. It's a sensational goal. And Alvarez goes over to celebrate with the older academy players. Incredible scenes here in Frisco. It was something straight from the training ground, and the Galaxy pulled it off brilliantly. LA drawing level right before halftime. Yanez disguised it so well. Alvarez, great movement off the wall, and then a deft finish with the chip over Collodi. 24th goal in 19 games. Just look at these pictures. We've hit the 40th minute mark, just waiting to hear how much stoppage time there will be. Certainly at least 2 minutes for the water break. Temperature starting to let off a little bit here in Frisco. Rivera can't get by Cruz. Rivera sent it forward looking for Miller. Now the two number 20s are going to battle for it. And Miller comes away with it for the Galaxy. Into the space for Yanez. Yanez looking for the half yard of space to create a shot, and he's dragged down right at the top of the box. And they wanted to take it quickly, rolled it into the corner of the net, but referee had said, wait for my whistle, as the foul coming on Bonilla. And I believe a yellow card might have been issued to Bonilla. We'll have to get confirmation of that. However, bringing down a player on a counterattack. And now the referee writing something in his book, so I do believe that Bonilla was shown a yellow. But it was another driving run right at that back four from Yanez, creating all the trouble. Yanez, of course, with the assist on this man's goal, Alvarez, on that beautifully disguised pass from the last free kick. Can they make it 2 for 2? I would say it looks like it's going to be a shot directly on goal, but we've seen the Galaxy already pull a rabbit out of their hat. 4 men in the wall for FC Dallas. Alvarez steps up over Collodi's crossbar. Minimum of 3 minutes into the final minute of first half stoppage time. Colodi's goal kick. Skied header from Leonardo Sepulveda. Nakamura wins it off of Kennedy. That's been a good battle on this near side. And this time it's Alvarez who pokes it away. And that will be the last action of a tremendous first half between these two heavyweights. FC Dallas taking the lead after 11 minutes as Luis Cruz ran at the back line and laid it off for Gomez to finish. But then just on the stroke of halftime, Yanez stepped up, looked like he was going to drill a ball toward the back post. Instead, rolled it around the wall for Alvarez, who came in one touch to settle and another to chip the keeper with a beautiful finish. And after 40 minutes, it's FC Dallas 1, LA Galaxy 1. We're going to take a break up here in the booth, but stay with us for the U.S. Soccer Development Academy's United Against campaign video. And, of course, much more to come here in Frisco.
You're striving to become world class.
World-class talent can be any race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation.
Hatred has no place
in the sport we love.
We commit to preserve the integrity of the game.
To respect all coaches, parents, opponents, referees, and fans.
To speak out against all acts of discrimination.
Dentro y fuera de la cancha.
In the Development Academy, we are united against
prejudice,
prejuicio,
unidos contra
hatred,
united against
odio,
united against discrimination,
united against racism,
el racismo,
united against
discriminación,
In the Development Academy, we are united against.
At Midobo, we are united against.
At Empire United, we are united against.
In the Development Academy, we are united against.
Colorado Rush, we are united against.
At the Houston Dynamo, we are united against.
At the Breakers Academy, we are united against.
At Richmond United, we are united against.
At Strikers FC, we are united against.
In the Development Academy, we are united against.
We're getting set for the second half between FC Dallas and the LA Galaxy. If these second 40 minutes were anything like the first 40 minutes, then you're in for a real treat here in game number 2 at the U.S. Development Academy show here in Frisco, Texas. Good look at the goal scorer, Efrain Alvarez. Big smile on his face. His 24th goal in 19 games, and it was a beauty to draw the Galaxy level with FC Dallas just before halftime. Galaxy kicking off, attacking to the right across your screen. In their all blue away kits. FC Dallas in their home red, attacking to the left. Hagen. Castillo keeps it in. Cesar Rivera. First time he's really ventured forward in this match. And Hagen unfortunate to have that ball slam against the ground and bounce up into his hand. Right call from the referee. And it's a get out of the defensive end for FC Dallas. Reminder to stay with us as after this game, 8:30 p.m. Central Time start. It'll be the Houston Dynamo taking on the New York Red Bulls. Here at the U.S. Soccer Development Academy U-13, U-14 showcase. Hagen steps inside Roberts. Too heavy of a touch, though, and Simmons takes over. Gomez. Forward for Kennedy. Has it taken off of his foot by Nakamura, who smashes it to safety. No substitutions made at halftime by either side. So therefore, each team has all 7 of their subs to burn, but they can only do it in 3 stoppages apiece. Rules at the U-13-14 level for the showcase is that you have 7 substitutions, but you can only do it over 3 stoppages. As this one prayed through, looking for Castillo. Collodi well off his line. Good reading of the game from the FC Dallas keeper. Ooh, and a heavy challenge. And Hagen and Roberts both getting up. It'll be a free kick. Hinojosa, 15-year-old who's been with FC Dallas since the age of 5. Coming up with their youth club before joining the academy. One of many of these FC Dallas players who's already gone on several trips with the U.S. boys national team. Simmons. Roberts. Hinojosa gets by 2, puts in the cross, and climbing the ladder for that header was Munoz, but he was unable to direct it goalwards. Back in the danger area, skips by Hinojosa, unable to keep his shot down. What I loved at halftime was that FC Dallas head coach Chris Hayden was out on the field showing Thomas Roberts certain things in the way he wanted to move and the way he wanted him to direct space. Hayden said for him, it's not about the results in these showcases playing against teams that they haven't played yet this season, but it's about seeing how they control certain aspects of the game. It's Castillo inside. Miller left just a bit too soon. It was a good run by Castillo. And Miller with the right idea on the diagonal run. According to the assistant referee, just didn't hold it long enough. Wind beginning to whip around at the Toyota Soccer Center. It's a much-needed respite to the hot temperatures we've had all day here. Roberts. Still going Roberts. Clips it to the far side and getting there first. And then smothering the ball at the second attempt is Rodriguez before Munoz could poke it in. Long searching ball looking for Castillo. Hinojosa looking for options. Asking for movement. Now he gets it. Miller chasing. Headed away by Toledo. Smart header back to him, but then a miscue. And Collodi smartly not using his hands. Alvarez guides his header. Yanez. It's been a constant threat all game. Alvarez able to poke it out wide. Miller just wide. Galaxy pressure paying off, not allowing FC Dallas to dilly-dally on the ball with the back. Yanez smartly held onto it, won it back again. And then Alvarez, such good vision to pick out Miller. And he tried the Alvarez special, but was just unable to direct it goalwards. The exact same sort of chip on which Alvarez scored in the first half. Lucas Gonzalez out wide for Hagen. Looking to run. Still going Hagen. Oh, and he tried to clip it through. Shouts for a handball. Referee not interested. Won by Nakamura on the far side. Yanez. Goes through on the overlap. Coloni's missed it and cleared off the line. Sepulveda helped onto Yanez by Nakamura. Back for Alvarez. As Simmons wins the header. This time the foul will go for the barge in the back. It's Nakamura on the overlap. And he cut it back, and Miller had flicked it on as he beat Collodi to the ball. That was a lovely little flick from Miller, but nobody able to get on the end of it. And last-ditch defending from FC Dallas. And this time Castillo's whistled for the foul. Good shielding from Hinojosa. Have to remind myself that these are 13, 14, and 15-year-olds out there. This has been a tremendous game, both technically and tactically. And still goals in this one, as the offside flag goes up once again. The movement is there. The ideas are good. But the FC Dallas backline also doing a great job of stepping at the exact right moment. As Kliban continues to direct his side. Nakamura steps in again. Still Nakamura. Now he'll tell you he wanted more pace on that cross as it was cut out by Toledo. Rivera skies the clearance. Munoz with a velvet touch to bring it down. And then a nice little spin to escape the attentions of Nakamura. Roberts has the beating of Alvarez. You could see what he was trying to do there. Played in for Gomez. Munoz overran it. He'll leave it off for Simmons. Roberts really directing the pace and rhythm of this attack for FC Dallas. Now he's worked his way out wide. I tried to cut inside, but couldn't get through the double team. The Galaxy are looking for that target man early. As Miller's made to chase. Collodi well out of his goal box. As the Galaxy are getting to hit the switch on the first substitution of the game. It's going to be Nathan Franco to check in. And the shot had Rodriguez interested, but it's wide in the end. And now Franco comes in for Miller. Excellent 51-minute shift put in by Miller, who almost created a second goal for the Galaxy as he beat Collodi to a cross and Cruyffed it back. But FC Dallas were able to clear it right off the line before it could be stabbed in. This one played behind Nakamura. Toledo. Franco's first involvement, try and put off Toledo. Munoz running at pace. Leaves it off for Roberts. Tried to put it across and wins the corner kick. Brian Hernandez was there in defense. Roberts, little touch to the outside, create that space for the cross, and Hernandez in a good position. Roberts is there if Simmons wants to play short corner. Now he's going to leave the area. So this will be an in-swinger from the near side for FC Dallas. Oh, it's a good ball to the back post. Oh, and Collodi could be in trouble here. Able to get away from it. Goalie well off his line. Nakamura has his head down, continues to barge forward. Now he shoots, and Collodi gets back in time to make the save. I think a lot of players and the coaching staff were pleading with Nakamura to pick up his head and try and get it over the keeper, scrambling back. But Nakamura continued to go until he was in a good shooting position. Collodi getting down quickly in the end. And now it's Rodriguez's turn to come out and make the clearance. And now the first sub of the game for FC Dallas. And it's going to be a double substitution. As it's Luis Cruz who comes out. And Harper Simmons as well. Replacing them are Luis Pacheco. So 2 substitutions made for FC Dallas. High and wide. Collodi's goal kick in the 55th minute. Roberts helps it on. Franco applying the pressure. And Collodi well off his box once again. Kennedy chasing. Kennedy got there and ran into his own player, and it allows Rodriguez to come out and make the save. Well, Kennedy was in, but he had run into Gomez first, and I think that's what allowed Rodriguez to beat him to the race. Roberts. Munoz. Galaxy will start over again through their keeper after winning the ball back. So we're about 3.5 minutes from the water break. Temperature has dropped significantly here in Frisco, but I still think that we're going to have one at the 60th minute mark. So it'll be halfway through this second half. Kennedy. Floated in. Well defended at the back post. Good strength by Alvarez. And the outlet ball to the far side for Giannis. Two of them have been deadly tonight. Giannis cuts inside, fires. Once again, just dipping over the crossbar. But Giannis, so dangerous going from outside to inside. As Giannis squared up, created that half yard of space between him and Bonilla and let fly. Frustrated with himself in the end that he couldn't keep his shot down. Roberts bulldozing his way through. And the ball squirts free for Hinojosa. Roberts. Space out on the wing. A charge down by the Galaxy. Still going, though. And the cross placed right into the arms of Rodriguez. A great outlet ball to spring the counterattack for the Galaxy. Franco gets around Toledo and unable to keep it in, but Toledo got the last touch, so it will be a corner kick for the Galaxy. The older academy players had moved from one end of the field to the other so that they could be behind Collodi, I think, for all the goal kicks and support the Galaxy at the end that they're attacking. Alvarez over to take the corner kick. It was his goal right before halftime that drew the Galaxy level. This played short. Rivera to the back post. Just wide. This time the flag stayed down. Nakamura puts it back in. Played through for Roberts, making a delayed run through the midfield. Roberts, tremendous latch-stitch defending from Brian Hernandez. And then Rodriguez trying to keep it in, but it's going to go out for a corner kick. That was a perfectly timed run from Roberts. Matched only by the defending. Chances at both ends. Is Rivera, delightful ball to the back post, and that should have been stuck away. And then charging right back down the field where FC Dallas and Roberts was in, and perfectly timed sliding tackle from Brian Hernandez. And it leads to a corner kick for FC Dallas. Rodriguez came for it, but it was cleared away before he could get to it. Hinojosa miscues his cross, and Rodriguez comes out to take. Waiting to see if at the next natural stoppage of play we will have a water break. Could very well continue here now that the temperature has dropped. It's down to the discretion of the center referee. Yanez nods his header down for Alvarez and gets it right back. Tried to slide it through for Franco. Alvarez mops up. Alvarez puts it over the top. Flag stays down. Colodis missed it and cleared off the line. Huge defensive play from Luis Hernandez. Gorgeous ball dinked over the top from Alvarez. And Franco thought he had applied the finish, but Hernandez showing why he's a member of the national team pool with that one. And I think we're going to play through. So another corner kick for the LA Galaxy in the 62nd minute. This one will be an in-swinger from the far side. Alvarez. Through the legs of Gomez. Has the beating of Gomez. And good job to come over and cover from Toledo. And now it will be a water break as the referee signaling. So still 1-1 midway through the second half. Both teams have had their chances, but we remain tied here in Frisco. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with you for the second half of the second half right after this. Two substitutions for FC Dallas and one for the LA Galaxy as we get back underway here in the last half of the second half. Final 20 minutes from Frisco. And it's been a second half that has been heavy on chances, but has yet to have a goal. Lucas Gonzalez has his pocket picked. And Gonzalez unable to keep his shot down, as he almost punished Munoz for his miscontrol right at the top of the box. Benny Redzic. Munoz. Hernandez stripped of the ball by Alvarez. Franco motoring forward. Still fighting for it, Franco. Was taken off his foot by Pacheco. Sprayed over the near side. Gonzalez kills it instantly. Castillo. Good job by Hinojosa to stand his ground. Over the head of Bustos. And now there's going to be a substitution. It's an unfortunate injury. It looked like it just happened almost instantaneously. So take a look here, and Rivera just pulling up lame. It's unfortunate for Rivera. Almost provided an assist off of a short corner. Played a beautiful ball to the back post, but the header was missed. And Rivera being stretched out and asked if he can continue and just told the coach no. So he's going to hop off. He's had an excellent game, Rivera. And Abraham Gonzalez checks in for Rivera. So Gonzalez makes his 23rd appearance of the season. Castillo checks too. Look at the way each of these teams are willing to play through pressure. Pass through the lines to Franco. Solid defending again from Pacheco. Free header right to the keeper. Another chance for the LA Galaxy. One by Alvarez. Sees the keeper off his line. It was an ambitious effort, but it was a smart one as well. As Castillo put it across goal, and it was Alvarez with the free header. Right idea from a striker. You want to try and head it into the ground and make it hard for the keeper, but unfortunately couldn't direct it toward the corner. Hernandez spins away from Castillo. Can't get it by his opposite number, but Redzic is there to pick up the pieces. Kennedy on the far side. Can't get by Sepulveda. Castillo has Franco ahead of him if he wants to try and slide it in. Instead, he's going to hold up the ball and bring more players into the attack for the Galaxy. Castillo continued his run, was a little too hesitant. And Collodi will take his time while FC Dallas finds its attacking shape. Pace of this game has slowed down just a bit, but you'd expect it after such a frantic 65 minutes or so. Alvarez continuing to direct traffic in that LA Galaxy midfield. Textbook one-on-one defending from Kevin Bonilla. And then Bonilla not allowed to spring the counterattack for FC Dallas. Rafael. 2 substitutes battling for it, and it went off of Redzic last. Inside the final 9 minutes of regulation, and it's still 1-1 despite plenty of chances here in the second half. Gomez opened the scoring for FC Dallas on 11 minutes after a pullback from Luis Cruz, who has since departed. But then just before halftime, a beautifully worked free kick routine from Yanez as he slid the ball through for Efrain Alvarez to equalize on 39 minutes with a beautiful chip over the head of Collodi. And now a real battle in midfield. Munoz takes the free kick quickly. Redzic thought about the shot. Instead, he threads it through. Bonilla gets to the top of the box for Munoz. Falls kindly for Bonilla. Sets up the cross. Drives it through. Still might be something on here for Redzic. Back across the danger area. And nobody able to get a final touch in a red jersey. Smart ball out by Redzic. Bonilla had time to set it up. Great pace on that ball right across the 6 where Rodriguez couldn't come out and claim it, but nobody in a red jersey attacked it. Hernandez. Munoz. Still Munoz. Good reactions from Rodriguez. Good distribution as well, but Hernandez quells the counterattack. Alvarez. Franco. One-on-one with Toledo. Franco gets around Toledo. Franco leaves it off. Still fighting for it. And what's the call going to be? It's going to be a foul against Hernandez. Or make that Gonzalez. Lucas Gonzalez thought the defender was sitting on the ball, and instead he's whistled for the push. As Franco left it off for Gonzalez. And Hernandez, well, just wasn't really able to get up, was he? Now a chance at the other end. Kennedy. Rodriguez comes out and makes the save. Well, that's what Kennedy can do. Little burst of pace to break through that last line. But Rodriguez was wise to it. Is a corner kick for FC Dallas, though. And Rodriguez has his hands on his knees. I think the referee just coming over to check on him and make sure that he's okay. Rodriguez gives the keeper the thumbs up, or excuse me, the referee the thumbs up. Hinojosa's service. And Rodriguez came out, missed it, and headed in. 2-1 FC Dallas. St. Simmons was surprised to see it fall to him, but then he made absolutely no mistake. It was Malik Henry with the finish. As that ball fell kindly for him, but Henry still had it all to do. Great direction on that one. Henry with his 10th goal of the season, and it's a big one as it gives FC Dallas the 2-1 lead over the Galaxy heading inside these final 5 minutes. And now the Galaxy for the second time today chasing the game. Rodriguez came out and missed it. And I think Henry was surprised to see it pop up to him so kindly. But he still made no mistake prodding his header beyond Rodriguez, who was trying to recover. So golden substitution for Chris Hayden. And now swung in. Right to Collodi, who will fall on the ball. Unfortunate goal for the Galaxy to concede. There's little moments like that in the game. Set piece is so crucial. Toledo. Munoz. Space on the far side to get a cross in. And direct it out for a corner kick. Now another substitution for FC Dallas. Is Michael Pham getting set to check in? And he's going to replace Bonilla, who's been marauding up and down that right side of the field for FC Dallas. Excellent game for Kevin Bonilla. And now Pham in his 4th season with FC Dallas. His first with the academy. Will come on to replace Bonilla in the 78th minute. Hinojosa set to center the ball. We know what happened on the last corner kick. Puts it into the mix. And FC Dallas weren't far off from getting another goal. Rolls harmlessly over the end line for a goal kick for the LA Galaxy. 2 minutes plus change to see if they can grab an equalizer. Did it right before the end of the first half. Will they do it again here in the second? Oh, it's a good first move. And poked out for a corner kick. Defenders are making their way up from the back as the Galaxy look to steal an equalizer. Floatin doesn't beat the defender at the first post. Ooh. Rafael winning that ball at the top of the box and stepping into it, but the shot was always tailing wide. Inside the final minute of regulation. It was a good win by Rafael, and then just unable to keep his shot on target. One by Hernandez. Munoz gets it forward. Over the head of Malik Henry. Yanes has come over to this near side. Long searching ball looking for the speedy Kennedy. Rodriguez will claim right at the top of his box. We've hit full time here in Frisco, just waiting to see how much stoppage time will be added by the referee. Efren Alvarez couldn't keep it under his spell, and FC Dallas win the free kick in midfield. Hinojosa will take his time. Being told by the assistant referee to hurry it up. Toledo. Collodi. Kennedy.
of stoppage time to the end of the game.
4 minutes has been added. 1 minute has elapsed. Hinojosa coming forward. Yanis into the space for Franco. Mishit it though, and it was curling out wide. That'll be a throw in for FC Dallas. Hinojosa will come back to take it. What a battle this has been between two top academy sides. Still 2 minutes of stoppage time left. Efrain Alvarez trying to work his magic. That's a good ball through. And a big save from Collodi. Possibly the save that preserves the win for FC Dallas. And now a Galaxy player down behind the play. Looks to be cramping up, and the Galaxy trainer's called out onto the field. But that was the moment that the Galaxy could have stolen the tie. As it was another beautiful ball played through by Alvarez. Still, all credit to Collodi for the way he quickly exploded off his line and made himself as big as possible to make that save. So FC Dallas looking to see this game out, a game that be decided by the slimmest of margins in what has been an excellent back-and-forth battle. Two teams committed to playing the right way, two teams committed to attacking. This is Leonardo Sepulveda, who's cramping up. Still stretching as he comes out. Is going to try and get back on as quickly as possible so the Galaxy can get back to 10 men. Kennedy sportingly gives it back to the LA Galaxy. Is there time for one last thrust forward from the visitors? Giannis. What a battle he's had with Hinojosa all afternoon. Gonzalez over the top. Collodi quickly off his line again. Excellent reading of the game from the keeper. And that's a heavy challenge. And the yellow card comes out. So it was Lucas Gonzalez coming over and stretching out that arm to stop the counterattack from Munoz. As we are into added time of the added time. And FC Dallas pretty much just get this ball forward here to see out the game. One by Malik Henry. Kennedy, his shot is blocked. And it'll go out for a corner kick. And that will do it. Excellent match between two heavyweights. In the end, decided by the slimmest of margins as the corner kick came in. And after pinballing around in the box, it popped up kindly for Malik Henry. But he prodded his header into the corner to give FC Dallas the 2-1 win. A tremendous match to start off this showcase for both these teams. As up next for FC Dallas, they will play the Red Bulls in 2 games' time. And then we'll finish off against Sockers FC. LA Galaxy will also have a day off before facing against Crew SC and then NYCFC to end their showcase. But a rousing game finishes here 2-1 in favor of the host. FC Dallas beat the LA Galaxy. I'm Mark Serber signing off for now, but a reminder to stay with us as at 8:30 Central we will have the next match between the Houston Dynamo and the New York Red Bulls.